Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the 101 Questions of AI, where we tackle the pressing questions around artificial intelligence. I am your host, Michelle, and here with us is Luca, as you know, our in-house expert on everything artificial intelligence. Today, we are going to tackle something that is very trendy and something that everybody seems to be worried about, is how social media and artificial intelligence interact. Tell us, Luca, what are your thoughts?
Well, certainly they don't interact well. That's the first observation. There's a lot of problems, and some of these problems can be solved. I believe others are
Mhm,
cannot be solved. Let's talk about the first one, curation.
mhm,
So in a single minute, there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of comments and posts going around on social. Um, the manual approach really doesn't, it's not an option, it doesn't scale, it's not possible to look through all those amount of information, that amount of information shared on a daily basis. So if you
mhm.
put an algorithm, the problem is instead that you have biases, that you have false positives, false negatives, that you are accused of censorship. So this first problem, which is the problem of curation, is a very hard
Mhm.
problem, where they have been trying to apply AI with some success, but still a lot to do. There's still an awful lot to do.
Okay, so the
Think
first is curation.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think the
and the
second one
second
is
one?
certainly, sorry, recommendation, and the
Mhm,
recommendation is a big one. So whenever you're looking into your Twitter feed, who decides what goes at the top of the feed is a
mhm,
recommendation algorithm, that takes a lot of information around your social graph, around yourself, your preference, your history. And
mhm.
essentially what these recommendation algorithms do is to promote or demote a certain specific post.
Has it always worked like this? It didn't, right? Like when Facebook was starting, as I understood it, the algorithm was that whatever appears on your newsfeed is the post that get the more activity on it. So it's not necessarily, is it correct? Or
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Michelle, we must remember that although Facebook and all social media is relatively new, like 10 years, I mean,
Mhm,
the pace at which these companies are rolling out new features and tweaks to, yeah, I would say one of the most important of their one of the most important algorithms that they have to manage, and I'm talking here about recommendations, evolves super fast. So they started with
mhm,
just shoveling posts from all your contacts, and then they quickly realized that that was not an option, there were better options. So now it's an algorithm that decides that, and actually,
mhm,
and this is the good thing, you can actually train that algorithm, but by tagging content that is not relevant to you, or by tagging content that is, you think, offensive. So there is some level of customization, and essentially what you have to do is you have to put a little bit of work on making
mhm.
that Twitter feed more aligned with your interests. And yeah, essentially what you're doing there is to train a recommendation algorithm.
Indeed. Would you say then that if it is the case that we are training the algorithm and it's based on like who we're following and like what we are showing like the platform our interests are, would you say then that a part of the responsibility lies with the users and not necessarily with the platforms themselves, or even I would say the regulations
Yeah,
surrounding
that's.
this like
I
social
mean,
media?
this is a big topic. This is a big topic. A lot of smart minds are trying hard to, find meaningful answers. I think the responsibility lies with the service providers. So with Facebook. So Facebook need to provide a secure, non-weaponized
Mm,
product that can be used safely by many, diverse type of users. It is a
mhm,
responsibility of the user then to fine tweak that feed to flag posts that are offensive, they're violent, they feature abuse of any sort of or kind. I think that this is our social responsibility, so every one of us needs
mhm.
to do that, because if we do it, and if we do it timely, we prevent weaponization of social media, which we know has catastrophic effects on our society, and yeah, on the globe as a whole.
Okay, indeed. That's very it's very clear. So I would say the main takeaway is to remain vigilant, as we have said in numerous other episodes, and to really be informed of how these algorithms work, no?
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget that you can have a say. I mean, a lot of users on Instagram are passive in the sense that Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, they're passive in the sense that they're reading only. But what I
Mm-hmm.
encourage them to do is to take action and
Mm-hmm.
use flagging, use all the tools that we have to fight a violent or abuse of the network, or even fake news, because there are certain cases in which fake news is even more annoying than the rest. So let's click that moderation button more frequently.
All right, you guys heard it from here, from our expert. Be active in your social media. Don't just consume your content. All right. Thank you for everybody that has joined us today. We hope that was really informative. And if you have any feedback, do reach out to us to our various social media channels. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe down below. And we will see you next time. Thank you, Luca. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Michelle.